What's going on, guys? How is everybody doing today? Today it is October 19th, Thursday evening, and I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah, I'm in Florida, guys. I'm in Florida. And the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of people don't like coming to Florida because getting loads out of here, basically they pay pennies on the dollar. Okay, but this is my third time coming to Florida, and I haven't really had a bad experience on coming out of Florida. Now, I've been to Florida numerous times, with other carriers, but this is the first time I've come, or should I say, this is the third time I've come into Florida under Schneider, and I haven't had an issue getting a load out. Now, I do have to go out and get it. I'm going to Port Wentworth, Georgia, picking up a load there. I'm dropping off tomorrow morning in Jacksonville. I'm like 20 miles away from the facility. They don't allow overnight parking, and apparently from the reviews they're real strict on parking on the side of the road in that area. So I came to this Love's truck stop, and man, kind of bummed out, guys. I'm kind of bummed out. This is, like I said, this is the third time I've come to Florida, and this is the closest I've been to my daughter. She's only like 2 hours away from me. I spoke to her earlier, okay, and I'm not going to be able to see her. I couldn't see her anyways because she's working tonight, and then she's working all day tomorrow. But yeah, this is the third time I've been to Florida, and I still haven't had a chance to see my daughter since she's left. She moved to Florida to start her internship back in July, and man, I haven't seen her since, man, and I miss her, okay. Talk to her on a daily basis, she sends us texts, she sends us pictures, but that still doesn't, do it justice, when you want to spend time with your one of your babies. So with that being said, guys, yeah, I'm kind of bummed, but I'm not gonna, allow that to stop me moving forward. Now, I am set for the full week, okay? I didn't, tomorrow, or should I say today's settlement, even though I get paid on Fridays, I get to know what it is on Thursday. I'm not going to get a check, guys. I'm not going to get a check. Now, I took this one in the chin, mainly because last week, I had my week planned out, okay? Had my week planned out, and there was one load that I was hoping to get from Houston going into Kissimmee. Okay, paying very, very well, guys. Now, getting loads into Florida, pay very well. Getting loads out of Florida, pay nothing. Okay, that's why you have to kind of travel outside of Florida just to get something. But loads coming out of Florida, man, if any, they pay pennies on the dollar. But there was a load, man, I want to say it was like 2,700, very light, coming out of Houston, actually coming out of Schulenburg, Rosenberg, I believe it was. I want to say it was a Frito-Lay, okay, because it was like around a little bit under 10,000 pounds, so I'm assuming it was Frito-Lay, but it never confirmed. And anything else coming out of Houston, I had to go at least basically a little bit over 180 miles, 3 hours to go get it, and the fuel cutoff is midnight on Mondays, okay. It took me a while to kind of figure that out, but the fuel cutoff on Schneider is Monday night at midnight. All right, so if you can last all day Monday without fueling up, okay, that kind of helps you on your settlement. But I was like doing the numbers, is like, okay, do I go get a load just to get out of Houston? But then what's the point if I'm just gonna go ahead and put it back in the fuel? So I went ahead and just took it in the chin. It was cheaper for me to stay home. It was cheaper for me to stay home for that day rather than to get something just to come out of Houston, because I would have had to put it back into the fuel. So when I did the numbers, I was like, you know what, it would be cheaper for me just to stay home. I'm only going to be basically $300 in the hole rather than getting something that's going to only be $600 and then putting $300-$400 of fuel in. and then I'm only getting $200. Yeah, it was only $200, but when it's all said and done, $200 versus stay one more night at home. Okay, not only that, guys, a load was coming out of Houston that was already confirmed, coming out of Tuesday. So I went ahead and took it in the chin, stayed an extra night at home, and now my settlement next week is going to be a little bit over $300 in the hole. But this week is set up to be a good week, guys. So you know, without throwing anything out there that's confusing people, I went ahead and just took it under the chin, you know, and you know, I said, you know what, let me just go ahead and stay home, get a fresh start Tuesday morning. Man, you know, I dropped off a load this morning in Noonan, Georgia, which is basically right before Atlanta, and then picked up a load in McDuff, one of those two, Georgia, which was like 45 minutes away, which is the load that I have now. Dropping it off tomorrow morning in Jacksonville, and then from Jacksonville, all these are dropping hooks, guys. All these are dropping hooks. Okay, and remember I told you guys I try to do dropping hooks rather than do live load and unload. But once I drop this trailer off in Jacksonville, which is right down the street, I'm gonna shoot up to Port Wentworth, Georgia. That one is like 2 hours away, and then drop off an empty, pick up a load, take that one to Cleburne for Sunday, Cleburne, Texas, which is basically between Austin and Dallas. Do another drop-in hook for Sunday, and then Sunday pick up a loaded trailer in Dallas, which is basically from Cleburne to Dallas is like maybe an hour and a half, if that. Pick up a loaded trailer there, and then drop it off in Clarksville on Monday. Okay, so I'll still have one more day to get a load in. There's one load that's pending or hasn't confirmed yet, that's going to where is it coming from? It's somewhere in Arkansas. I forgot where it's at. Okay, but it's going towards Columbus, Ohio, paying close to $1,800. All right, if that one confirms, I'm gonna go ahead and jump on it because I know I can do it. Okay, all loads, if you wanted to stay in the same settlement bracket, have to be turned in Tuesday 6 Central. Okay, I have the hours because, like I said, I started on Tuesday, so my clock doesn't stop anytime early. But yeah, man, if I can get that load in, man, you're looking at close to 6,000 gross a week. Okay, my goal, guys, my goal on a weekly basis is gonna be around 5,000, guys, 5,000 a week to gross out. Okay, to keep my settlements around a little bit over 2,000 with my truck payment and my fuel cost. Okay, now I've been fueling a lot at QT, guys, because QT right now, man, okay, their fuel prices have been very, very great. All right, I don't use mud flaps. I used to, but I don't do it anymore, you know. But I don't use any kind of fuel apps. Okay, I should, but I don't. All right, but right now, guys, from what I seen, look out on the road, man, you know, QT has been blowing a lot of fuel stops, man, out of the water. You're talking about 380, 360. Last week's fuel price for Schneider was 50 cents, which was, man, looking at some of the past history on the fuel prices, man, that has been the highest fuel discount that Schneider has given out. Usually they're around 20 to 30 cents. Man, that's not nothing, guys. That's not nothing. All right. When you go to some of these places and the fuel's like around 450, 460, when you go ahead and do it. Now, understand, guys, Schneider, only place you can use the fuel discount is going to be at Pilot and Flying J. Everyone else loves TAs. Man, it's going to only be a nickel. It's only a nickel. It's only a nickel. So even if I go somewhere that's a Flying J or Pilot, man, and it's 450, 460, and the fuel prices with my discount, it's going to be, man, 430, 420, you know. So yeah, definitely. And you know, I try to go ahead and fuel at where I see a QT. Even if I don't eat fuel, I try to top it off to keep me going, because I know down the road it's going to save me some money. Okay. But overall, man, yeah, my week is planned. I'm waiting for that one load to confirm. I'm going to jump on it. If not, there's some other loads that I'm looking at, but that's going to be the highest one so far, man. It's like on 1,800. All right. But yeah, if I can get that one, man, you know, my closing gross will be close to 6, man. Close to 6, which is something I really hope for. If not, it is what it is, guys. You know, I'm gonna shoot for the other ones. Okay, it's still gonna be a good week. But then again, I'm also gonna have that number that's gonna be in the hole. All right. But it is what it is, guys. I took it in the chin. You know what can I say? There's some times where you're just gonna have to sit there and say, yeah, what's the best decision out here for us? Because I could have got a load that was paying $600, but what's the point if I'm gonna have to put money back into it for diesel? So when it's all said and done, you know, my check would have only been $200, $300. Okay. But yeah, it is what it is. All right. I'm trying to get an idea how the weekend confirmation, you know, you're gonna set your alerts to get an alert when a load has been confirmed, but I haven't been seeing them on the weekends. Now I know there's warehouses that are open 24/7 and this and that, back and forth. You know, I mean, obviously there's people out there working on the weekends. You know, but for some reason I'm trying to get an understanding that if you try to get a load to confirm, all right, over the weekend, I'm not seeing it. Okay, unless I'm not catching it. But yeah, so if there's a load that I'm waiting to get confirmed and I'm going into the weekend, I'm gonna see if it's gonna be like, you know what, it's not gonna confirm till Monday morning. All right. Now if it confirms, then yeah, so be it. All right. But you don't want to set all your eggs in one basket just for that one load to confirm. All right. Kind of like what I did. But that's because I wanted to see my daughter. Okay, I wanted to see my daughter. Okay, the plan was to, you know, pick up that load early Monday morning, head out, you know, and drop it off before 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock Central Time in Kissimmee, and see my daughter that night, and maybe head out that Wednesday. All right. But it didn't work out that way, guys. It is what it is. I didn't tell her, you know, because I know she probably would have been bummed. I just wanted to surprise her. But yeah, man, you know, you definitely don't want to just put all your eggs in one basket just for that one load to confirm. But I was taking the risk and I lost. All right. But I got to stay one night at home, or extra night at home. All right. But yeah, so far my time here at Schneider has been okay, guys. Has been pretty good. No complaints. The load board, like I said, is happening. All right. I'm just trying to get an understanding that if loads do confirm over the weekend, do we get alerts? Because I haven't seen any. If not, I haven't noticed it. All right. So if you're going into a weekend, okay, word to the wise, if you're going into the weekend with hopes of a certain load to confirm, pay attention. Pay attention, because chances it might not confirm till Monday morning. So there you are Monday morning trying to go ahead and get a load out. All right. But then again, you might be driving while the load confirms, because you get an alert. You get an alert via email. Okay. But overall, guys, I mean, my experience so far here, you know, has been pretty good. Truck has been running very well, knock on wood. Okay. Man, you know, like I said, picked up on Tuesday, dropped off today. It was kind of like a relaxed load, so to speak. You know, I could have made that trip from Houston to Noonan, Georgia, a day and a half, but it dropped off on Thursday, and it was paying pretty good, so I went ahead and jumped on it, because I don't want to run the risk Tuesday not finding a load. So first load that I got that was paying very well, I took it. Okay, and I didn't notice it was dropping off on Thursday. You know, even though I can make it from Monday to late Tuesday, or Tuesday late Wednesday, but no, it dropped off on Thursday. So the 2 days, that Monday and that Wednesday, that Tuesday and that Wednesday, was kind of a relaxed travel day, and then knocked it out this morning. All right. I was only 15-20 minutes away from the delivery, and then I went to McDonough, whatever, Georgia, which was like 45 minutes south, picking up that loaded trailer, which is this one. Okay, this is a little bit under 20,000 pounds. It's a load of T-shirts, from what I can tell. Okay, going to Jacksonville, and then from Jacksonville pick up a empty, drop it off in Port Wentworth. That one is going to be another light load, guys. It's going to be another light load. Okay, that one's going to go to Cleburne, Texas, which is, like I said, it's between Dallas and Houston. And then on Sunday, drop that one off, and then head over to Dallas, and then Dallas pick up a loaded trailer, take it over to Clarksville for Monday. Okay. But other than that, guys, man, you know, my time has been pretty good here. You know, pretty good here. You know, can't complain. All right. But then again, no carrier's perfect. All right. You know, my main thing was I wanted to share with you guys that I took this one in the chin. My settlement for, you know, now last week's settlement was pretty good. It was just shy of 2,600, or actually take it back, 2,700. It was just shy of 2,700. All right, which was a good week. This week, no settlement. No settlement. All right, I got the numbers, but no settlement. All right, next week, automatically $300 taken out, because that's what's left over, okay, for my fuel bill. All right, actually it wasn't a fuel bill, it's basically they split up my truck payment. So SFI, I owe SFI $300 more. Okay, so whatever I make next week, take out the $300 automatically. Okay, and then along with my truck payment and then the fuel. All right, but pray to God, guys, pray to God. I'm hoping for this one load to confirm. When it does, I'm gonna jump all over it. In fact, let me tell you where it's going to. Let me see if I can tell you guys real quick before the time runs out. Okay, I try to keep my videos under 20 minutes, guys. Go to my favorites because I do have it saved. Now I have 5 loads. I have 5 loads. All right, one paying 700, another one paying 800. Jonesboro, Arkansas to Columbus, Ohio, 15,000 pounds. Jonesboro from Clarksville, I think it's only like maybe 2 hours away. Okay, that's another double drop and hook. All right, drop off an empty, pick up a loaded, and then go drop it off and then pick up an empty. All right, that one's 1802 for 607 miles. And if that wasn't happen, Little Rock to Ottawa, Kansas, paying 700. Pryor, Oklahoma, okay, this one's paying 1,400, but this one's 42,000 pounds, going to Van Buren, Ohio. Okay, so I really hope that Jonesboro, Arkansas to Columbus, Ohio kind of pops up. If it does, I'm jumping all over it, man, because that'll put me close to 6. If not, you know, the other ones would be just fine too. But like I said, I have 5 saved. But like I said, that Jonesboro to Columbus is my first priority. If not, Pryor, Oklahoma to Van Buren. Okay, guys, do these long trips, man. Do these long trips before the weather starts getting ugly. Okay, still weather out here is pretty nice. You know, take advantage of it. But it is what it is, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this video now. So guys, once again, it doesn't matter if you're throwing straps, dragging hoses, or pulling tarps, bumping dogs, or whatever you want to call it, man. Please be careful out there. Drive safe and take your time. Once again, this is Anthony, Family Man Trucking. I'll talk to you guys later.